I grew up probably like most people, started swimming summer club, started lifeguarding. And while I was lifeguarding, I was giving swim lessons and coaching summer rec. I went to the University of Maryland and then transferred to Temple University. While I was at Temple University, I got involved with what's called the Magic Kingdom College Program. I worked at Walt Disney World for a year. And when I got back from that, I had a year left, and I literally just happened to run into a mom that was on the board of our summer swim club. She asked me if I was interested in coaching swimming. And outside of Philadelphia, basically all of the school districts are townships, and every school district has an indoor pool. Right. And there's a league. And so like Maddie Crippen, an Olympian, David Burkhoff, David Wharton, the list goes on and on. It's a very, believe it or not, very competitive league. And so I started coaching one of those teams. And then Shoulberg actually asked if I was interested in coaching with him. I coached with Shoulberg from 1989 to 92. And during that time, really great experience. We put 4 guys on our Olympic team.
Who was it? Wharton, Burkhoff, Namesnick?
No, it wasn't Namesnick. Namesnick is from Butler, Pennsylvania, which is out near Pittsburgh. No, it was Dave Wharton, David Burkhoff, Sean Killian, Dan Jurgensen. And Sean Killian actually was my roommate for 2.5 years leading up to the 92 Olympics. And I probably learned more about coaching by living with Sean as a distance athlete and seeing what it took firsthand to not only be the best in the country, but one of the best in the world. After 92, basically Shoulberg was like, hey, look, you're ready to go on your own. I became a head coach for 12 years at what was called Spirit Swimming. And it did everything that I could do there. It was a relatively small team, but we were very fortunate, had some success. And then in 2004, my partner graduated from med school, from residency. And I said, I'll go anywhere you want. And we looked in a little bit in Florida, in Vegas, and landed in Phoenix. Moved out here in 2004, and I wanted absolutely nothing to do with the sport. Ooh. And I stepped away from it for a year and thought, what is the most mindless job that I can do that has a direct benefit? And so I worked at Crate and Barrel for a year because we had just purchased our first home. So I furnished the house at a discount by working at Crate and Barrel. And then actually 1 mile from my house was a YMCA that opened up with an outdoor 50-meter pool. I was supposed to be coaching 2 days a week, which became 4 days a week, which became doubles, and eventually became the aquatic director and then director of senior program director. So I got sucked back into it. And then we moved from one side of Phoenix to the other in 2010. And Kevin Zacher, who's the head coach at Scottsdale Aquatic Club, found out I was in the area and asked me to come on staff. And I put him off for a year and said no. And then eventually joined the coaching staff in 2012. I was his assistant with the national group for 3 years, and then became the director of operations. So the director of operations and an assistant with the national group. So it's kind of my long story short.